We've actually not been friends a year. Hello everybody! Hi! Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got my friend Jese with me and we are going to be talking all things wedding, engagement and whether she is ready to really tie the knot. So I've been married for 8 years. I always make a thing of it on my channel, like expert, you know. And I have been, Jese asked me to be her bridesmaid. Here's my bridesmaid proposal box, very fancy. And we are I'm going to test whether she is ready to get married. And I know they are madly in love, so that box has been ticked. But now we're gonna open up our heart and we are gonna check and recheck. So I'm gonna start with my first question. And before I start, and maybe just like, okay, so how we met, right? Okay. How we met. So we met at church. And I always saw her and I felt like this girl always looks so cute. Like she always like she always wore what I would wear, and like our style is very similar. And I always looked at her, and this one day I greeted her and she didn't greet me back.
I don't remember. In my defense, I didn't.
She didn't greet me back. I recovered, obviously, and we went on a life-changing camp, and we met on the camp, and we spoke. And before we knew it, it's history. And here we are on the couch, and I'm a bridesmaid, and we have actually not been friends a year. I've actually realized it's May.
It's almost a year.
Almost a year. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. So we're gonna get into the video, and I'm gonna start off by asking why do you want to get married?
Oh my word. I think obviously the main reason why is for love, and I know that what I have with Cody, I've never experienced this with anyone else. So I think for me, that's how I knew that this is it. Like the feeling, and like it's everything that I never felt with somebody else. So that's how I knew like this was.
And also, it's like it's the person I want to wake up to for the rest of my life. So like the highlight for her is tell them what to highlight about marriage. Like the fact that you get to wake up next to and sleep next to.
Yes, I feel obviously for us that we aren't living together before we married, and we haven't explored that side yet. For me, the best part is waking up next to one another, not feeling guilty or just knowing
this is my man.
It's mine. It's mine. Yours. So that for me, I know it's maybe a small thing for some people, but for me that's a huge deal that this is my person.
Yeah, that I'm waking up
next to.
And so I just what's your thoughts on kids? And even Cody's?
Well, we're still really in between with the topic. So obviously as a woman, I do want kids.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he also does want kids. But I think at this moment, we're both still very emotionally immature to grasp the fact of having our own
humans.
Yes.
But you guys, they are so good with our kids. Sage is full on.
But I think it's different when it's not your own kids. I think I'm that auntie, that all the kids love and I have to buy them stuff and whatever. But I think when it's your own child, it's another level. But I suppose that once we get married and once we've explored a lot of one another, it will naturally flow into that. Because there's so many things that we want to still do, we want to travel, and there's a lot of things that are on our bucket list before the kids. That's obviously what we want to do.
But at least you both are saying we want kids.
Yes.
We're having that conversation.
The number is still very much in question.
Especially with me, it should probably be overwhelming when you visit me and the 3 kids.
No, but I'm I want that because I grew up for 10 years. I was the only child. I know what it's like to not have any siblings, to beg your parents to go to a friend's house, and they're no. So for me, I'm I want my kids to have siblings so that they don't grow up alone, So I want 3, 4 kids, and Cody's whoa.
Chill.
Hang on, look here, one is enough, But also in the same breath, one also is good. So that's why I say at this moment, we're still really we don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. You know, that kind of
thing. And this one is like, okay, this question, just so by the way, I got these questions online. So she wasn't fully aware of the type of question. I was like, oh, you come from me asking about this or about that. So she's not really like fully aware. So most of these are like quite a surprise to her. And this one is always like such a touchy subject. How do you ask, family and in-law, and that's always like a thing when it comes to marriage. So I'm not going to ask what's your, it says, do you have any family issues? I'm not going to ask that. Okay. I'm going to ask, should you have any family issues in future? How would you guys handle it? Or maybe how have you guys handled in the past, family issues in the past?
I think that the most important thing is like realizing that your relationship is about the two of you. Yeah. And it's not a 3-way relationship or a 5-way relationship. Yeah. Like it's a 2-way relationship. So I feel that like if the two of you have like that strong foundation and bond, then nothing should shake you. So yes, of course you'll get the auntie and this one that's giving their opinion. The traditional people and things like that. What you will do is never up to their standard. But I think that it's important to do things that work for you guys, because at the end of the day, when everybody leaves and everybody goes home behind that 2 closed doors, it's you and
also that's the beautiful thing about marriage, is that you now have a clean slate to literally start and make your own rules and start your own family traditions. Yes. And you doing it yourself. So and I think what married or newlyweds sometimes, or people that's engaged, sometimes forget about is the fact that you really marry the family. Like there's no two ways about it. You get married to the family. Like they're always gonna be there. So it's best you work around things, and it's best you make things like work for yourselves, but most importantly, knowing that you guys set the rules for yourself and for your life, for your future. Oh wait, I just quickly
technical difficulties.
This is very obvious because of the fact that we obviously met through church and God, and like talking about God in our relationship. So this is definitely, the question is, what role does religion play in your life? Because I can definitely say that it does play a role, a massive role, especially in your new family, not just for you as husband and wife. So what would you say is your which is obviously what role does religion play in your life?
I think that a lot of people take religion lightly or don't realize the weight that it actually carries, like in your relationship. And I really don't know where my relationship with Cody would be if we don't have God in the same. It would have been so different. And I look at a lot of couples that friends of ours, or other couples, young couples, that maybe don't have God. It's so scary, what you kind of base your relationship on. So I feel that obviously when I met Cody, he wasn't saved, but
and you were saved at that
time. I was saved. So for me, I was a little bit ahead of him, in the sense of when I spent a lot of time with him, I was like, okay, but God, this is not what I want. This is not what I want, this is what I asked for. But then I kept praying, I kept saying okay, Lord, if he's not the one, then remove him. That's what I kept asking. And it's I stuck around, and Cody came around, and that's how I know also that God knows what lies before you, and he answers prayers. So, the fact that I have a praying, godly man, it makes all the difference in the world. It really makes all the difference.
I can fully agree with you, because I know for us as well, just placing God at the center of everything. And it's so crazy that when you when God is, it's they always say, you focus on God, but then automatically it's the triangle just so beautifully comes together. And that is how in marriage itself, how beautiful it gets, even more beautiful. But now we're so serious, we're gonna quickly make it I just want to make it a bit more casual. and ask her a very interesting question because I've not seen you like do house chores and work and stuff. I've not seen you do that. But okay, I can also like refresh, very fresh. Though,
Yeah.
So, but I've heard that you put in lunch in the morning for Cody. If you like leave at home, they don't stay together. But they don't stay together.
But
But
we travel
like,
together,
yeah, so you put in lunch for him and all of that. So you have done your pre-marital part.
I try.
But I would love to know, I'm dying to know what the house chores. Like, who's gonna do what? Yusuf always made it clear to me that she even sipped on that.
I took a
Like
moment.
that, she took a moment. But Yusuf made it very clear in the beginning that he will not be doing the dishes. You know, it's not a thing. Like, he doesn't like doing it. Meanwhile, now, what does he do?
Dishes.
8 years later, you know. So, I would love to know, man.
So for me personally, I won't say I'm not domesticated because if I need to, I will.
Yeah.
But I don't like ironing. So that's like definitely we'll get someone in
To do
or
ironing.
something like that. But
Or
I
you
don't
just have to buy like iron-free clothes. Like
something like that. But I'm not the type where like I'm doing washing and then straight off the washing line, I'm busy ironing on a Saturday afternoon.
No, baby.
No, girl. No. Sorry if you're that lady. Not me. I mean, each to their own, I suppose,
course,
you
of
know,
course.
but for me, ironing is not my strong point. And sweeping, like, it's not that it's not my strong point, but I just don't.
Don't know waste time
Like,
on it.
I don't agree, like, I don't know. I'll not vacuum.
Like so many like these they call it the sweeper or cleaner or something. It's like a little vacuum
That, like,
sucks
goes
up.
around.
I want that as a gift. Like for my next birthday or Christmas. Maybe you should put that on your wedding list.
Maybe, but like,
Interesting.
that's exactly like this little turtle
Yeah.
that's like basically going
Yeah.
around the room, yes. Or I'll vacuum, because for me that's like so much easier. I can't think of sweeping in circles and whatever. But luckily, Cody he likes, I don't even like sweeping, but he sweeps.
Yeah.
He sweeps. So I suppose that like it's finding what your partner enjoys and what they don't enjoy.
And you're gonna fill the gap.
And you fill the gap.
Or you find someone to fill the gap.
Or that.
You pay the person.
But obviously also compromise, you know, like
Yeah.
I, like you said, I pack lunch for him in the morning because the worst thing that I hate is when he phones me and he's like, I'm hungry. Like, what do you want me to do, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, like, I feel that already I'm kind of setting the tone for when we are married.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know I'll make the lunch and I'll do small things like
Yeah.
that, you know. It kind of makes up for the fact that I don't like sweeping,
Yeah.
that I won't iron, whatever. I will do the dishes, I don't mind. I don't mind because
But
currently at
I
home,
feel like there's a term and a condition.
no, I
too.
feel like at home, I feel like I'm really spoiled at home because at home I don't do anything. Like currently,
But Cody's in that boat too.
yes. So
Can you guys
more
just
so,
like
more
I
so
feel
than
like
me.
after a year of marriage, we must have this conversation again on the couch where you just like tell us, like unpack it to us
How it unfolded since
because
then.
I would love to be a fly on the wall and literally see what is gonna happen.
I'm sure I will learn how to iron. Like I can iron, I will iron if needs be or whatever. But I don't like flat pack iron, like, you know,
it's not gonna work.
Not gonna work. Don't stitch like vibes. No. Sorry. Wrong girl, honey.
Wrong, but he knows that.
But he knows that, yes.
So
No,
he
he
knows.
definitely knows that.
And then also, okay, now we're getting a bit deep again. Like, are you truly ready for better and for worse? Like, you're not gonna run when the pastor says that when you get married.
No, I don't. I think I am ready. I think as a female, like I've mentally prepared myself like a long time ago. I think already when I got engaged, like, you know, mentally you kind of there already. I feel like females already like you're like, okay, you don't know yet when you're getting married.
We can get
but
there
like,
so quickly.
Yes, but you're there already. So every time I'm like, okay, but when we get married, like, you know, so we already like mentally there. So for me, I feel like it's also going to teach me a lot, like in the sense of I'm not a very patient person. So I get very quickly agitated, right? So I feel like maybe, like if Cody doesn't do something, you know, like the worst part, then it's going to teach me to kind of bite my tongue and be like, okay, like who's
Yeah, like
breathe.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, for better or for worse.
Yes. I feel like the first day of marriage, you must just have like a few posters in the house for better or for worse. Because you're gonna have a few of those moments. After 8 years of marriage, I can really say that you have moments where you have to remind yourself for better or for worse.
Yeah.
And then worse is in the worst form of worse, So when we say it when we get married, it's like it's part of the vows and you know what you're saying, but to understand what you are truly saying, the weight it carries, that kind of comes into full effect when you need it after you have said those vows.
But I think that like the most important thing is that obviously your partner will irritate you and you will irritate them, and they will come things that like kind of will make you think like, okay, what the heck.
Yeah.
But I think it's like choosing your partner every day, irrespective.
There we go.
So every day you know that like, even though he's irritating me, even though he's doing this, like,
I still
choose him. You know what I mean?
You
choose him every single day, like,
totally.
all day.
Totally.
Not all day, but every day.
And then this one is actually very interesting. So Jese works at I almost say Cosmopolitan.
The competitor.
So Jese is the beauty editor at Glamour magazine, and you just did an article on the love languages.
Yes.
And this question is probably something you probably had a lot to think about. Probably there's a lot of thought that went into it, especially with you doing the article. And that is, what is your love languages? You guys' love languages.
Well, I think, thanks to you guys for sharing, love languages with us. I think often you know kind of what you like and what your partner likes, but the love language really actually sets the tone as to you really know, okay, this is your strong point and, this is what you are more in need of. And for me, like my love language is physical touch.
Okay.
Is that right?
Physical touch. Yes.
Yeah, physical touch. Like, physical touch. An affection, whatever. Physical touch and courteous acts of service.
Okay.
So it's obviously not the same. It's really different.
Yeah. It's like total kind of opposites.
Total opposites. Yeah. And for me, like I also like receiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't really like doing, but because of the fact that he's his acts of service,
you will do it.
Yes. Yeah, you will, and you kind of also have to, because that's their love language. But in the same breath now, because of the fact that we're obviously not intimate and stuff, it's a bit difficult for my love language, for him, because that's how I I like affection, and I feel loved, like if you're going to like hold me or whatever, and for him, like that's a trigger, So it's kind of like, okay, we can only practice our love languages when we marry.
Surface,
surface.
Moment,
so you try to still keep in mind that, look, like this is your partner, what they need, but also you're trying to think like, okay, but for myself, like, am I able to do this,
So meaning that once you're married, you're gonna be extremely happy.
We hope so.
Because we're not going to see them for a few months. And what do you see in your future? So we're coming to almost the end of this quiz or this questionnaire. And it's the question is, what do you see in your future?
Like generally, like
for you and your husband. Where do you see yourselves like what is it that you really, obviously happiness is one of it. And everybody wants to be happy, but what is it that you see for yourselves? Like, I can't say how many kids, but for example, in my future, what I see for us is, I see immigration on the
Cheers to that,
Chores. I was going to say fourth child, but that situation won't go live. That situation will be too late. But for us, like, I see, positivity. I see us, our family, even closer. I see us taking road trips. I see us going camping with the boys, and when they have their girlfriends and they have their wives, and like that's the vibe, like that's where I'm going. I also see myself and Yusuf traveling a lot. I see us like business wise being able to retire young. So that is like what I see for ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. I think that what I'm really grateful for is that Karen and I are very similar in terms of our goals and where we see ourselves. So I think that it really plays a huge role when your partner doesn't hold you back. and they actually support your goals, or you kind of have the same vision. So that's like the one thing that I know definitely 100% will never settle like to be mediocre.
Yeah.
Like never ever. I'm grateful that we're constantly pushing one another to kind of, I think we don't have a like vivid kind of idea of like where we want to be, but I think like we definitely know, like you also said, like there's positivity, you know, prosperity definitely, wealth definitely, you know. Also like overseas, a lot of traveling, you know.
We're gonna go with.
No, definitely, but I think doing a lot of what sets yourself free. I think that's kind of been our thing during the whole course of our relationship, and what we want to continue like burning throughout our marriage is like we constantly have to do what makes us happy. And I mean, if it makes you happy, I should support you. You know what I mean? So I think that that's kind of where we headed, and everything will flow from there. So I can tell you, okay, like I see 4 children, and you know, a big house, and in this area, and this whatever. I can't, you know, kind of bring out the specifics, but what I can definitely say that, like, you know, it's all the good things. It's like, you know, obviously, like I said, trust God. We know already that, like, you know, His plans is to prosper us and not to harm us. So that's kind of like, you know, what we're molding for ourselves. Is that like it's only the best, and the best is yet
to come. Always, especially in Christ. It's like you feel like you've reached it. Oops, cheers to that. So you feel like you've reached. You know, every time you've reached the surface, like then it's like no, it's deeper. It's just always deeper. And that is so beautiful. You feel like you've not arrived, but wow, God, you need to top this. Like this is so great, and then he just tops it even better. So this is the last question.
I know.
So obviously you want this to last forever. Like, why would this questioner ask? This questionnaire says, do you want it to last forever? But I'm gonna say, what would you do to make this last forever?
Oh, wow. I think definitely, like, I think what kind of breaks marriages, or what kind of like allows the fire to burn out, is the fact that people don't communicate. So I think obviously you married for 8 years, so this maybe so maybe like, you know, you think, oh, you're gonna be so in love and whatever, and kids are gonna come, but obviously life happens. You know, life really happens. But I think it's constantly like communicating, like saying how you feel, you know, like knowing how your partner feels, reading them and seeing like, are they okay, you know, doing certain things. Like I'm sure you can speak more about that, like date nights, and you know, putting your partner first all the time. Because I think what like we need to realize is that like you need to maintain that fire throughout, you know, like God can be there to constantly like join the two of you, but you actually have to, you know,
physically do the work.
You have to do the work. And I mean, a lot of people have told me like marriage is hard work, like, but it's so much fun.
I feel like that was Yusuf's opening statement.
Like, but it's good, you know what I mean, because nothing worth having comes easy. So I mean, it wouldn't feel worth it or worthwhile if you kind of didn't put some work into it. So I feel that like that's obviously constantly, as we also grow and we get older and things change, like everything in life changes, your relationship is also, your marriage is also going to change. So
even your love languages, ours changed,
over the years.
We got married.
So it's important that you recognize that you don't actually like, you do the same things that you did 8 years ago. If it's not working for you, you know, kind of adapt and change. You know, because you are also constantly evolving.
As a person.
Yes, you as a person. And if you are evolving as a person, then ultimately your marriage is going to evolve. So you kind of need to recognize it. And I feel like some people are in denial. So they just do what they think works. So, you know, you pack your husband peanut butter and jam because that's what you used to do all the years. And he's just thinking like, yes, so 8 years later, like, you know, like, could you not give me like ham and cheese or something? So, you know, those small things I think make the biggest difference. I think that can kind of just always constantly be that spark that remains, you know, that it doesn't actually die out.
And that is my end. Oh my gosh, it was really good. I loved it. I am busy like trying to convince her to do a beauty video with me. So if you guys want her to do a beauty video with me on this channel, please like, comment, and let me know, because I think it's about time that this channel gets some sort of beauty vibe happening there.
Some sparkles.
Some sparkles. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I have not said this in a few of my videos, but please, if you like what you've seen and if you want to see more, please click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell next to it. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye!